This is overnight video of workers picketing in Boston. Their contract expired at midnight.
The 3 dozen ports affected handle roughly half of the country's shipping cargo. Kristen Brunell live at the port of Davisville at Quonset in North Kingstown with the very latest.
Well, good morning, Kate and Patrick. It is unclear right now how this could impact cargo here at Quonset, but we do know over 45,000 workers across the country, all the way from Maine to Texas, began starting on the picket lines earlier this morning, as you saw in that video. Now, they are in strike over wages and automation, which is the use of technology to perform tasks rather than humans. Contract negotiations failed between the ports and members of the International Longshoremen's Association, even though conversations were in the works yesterday. The union initially wanted a 77% pay increase over 6 years, plus a complete ban of automation. The U.S. Maritime Alliance says it offered 50% raises and pledged to keep limits on automation. Now, this strike affects 36 ports and is the first in the union since 1977. It could impact a shortage of goods, including everything from bananas to European beer, wine, furniture, clothing, household goods, and European autos, plus parts needed to keep U.S. factories operating and American workers in those plants on the job. It could also stop U.S. exports now flowing through those ports, which hurts sales for American companies.
Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. By Hashem HaKodash. This is a dock workers. This is in Philadelphia. Is this Philly? It might. I'm not sure if it's Philly. I clicked on one. Please say this is Port of Maine. Okay. Dock workers at Port of Maine to Texas began walking picket lines early Tuesday in a strike over wages and automation that could reignite inflation and cause shortages of goods if it goes on more than a few weeks. All right, so I'm not sure exactly where this particular location is, but I did see one where it said Philadelphia. Okay, that is Philadelphia. So it's the same one. It says hit picket lines in Philadelphia. So what we're seeing here is that's Columbus Boulevard. Beyond Columbus Boulevard, you got to go on toward the docks.
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's just Philadelphia right there.
Without a fair contract. No work without a fair contract.
We're at the end of a 6-year contract. Okay. And we are in negotiations now for a fair contract. A fair contract. Okay? And a contract not filled with automation. What they need to do is pay these men and women a fair wage.
To not fill with automation. So I don't know what the wages are. From the videos I saw before, they said they want double. I don't know how true that is. Double what they're making now. Or like 70%, 50% more. Automation will just come faster, better, get another skill. Yeah, fixing the machines. Doing the fixing machines. Forget exactly what you call it. What is the Harris administration going to do now? You better thank a union member. All right.
They made billions and billions and billions of dollars, okay? All right, billions and billions and billions of dollars, okay? And during COVID, they ripped off the whole industry. They ripped the government off and every damn body else during COVID, okay? Now, we want them to pay back. They're going to pay back. We mean business. We're going to do it as long as it needs to be done, okay? This is not something that you start and you stop. We're not weak. We're not weak. What we
longshoremen on strike. So longshoremen on strike coming soon. Whoa, what's that about? Do y'all know about that? Longshoremen on strike coming soon. So I don't know if they're talking about that in the comments. It says, you fools couldn't have chosen the worst time to do this after the hurricane event. You all will be replaced and no one is going to care. Congratulations on playing yourselves into unemployment. That could be. We don't know. Well, Philadelphia, so yeah, that's coming, from the Atlantic, coming through the Delaware River, and they unload there. That's what you see the cranes on 95 going north. You'll see them on the right. Going south, you see the cranes on the left. So says dock workers at U.S. ports go on strike over wages and automation. So apparently, longshoremen may be going on strike soon also. So this was live, started 7 hours ago. It's also Associated Press, and this is Philly. This is Philadelphia. All right, so we'll see. Contract ports, about 45,000 members of the International Longshoremen Association. Okay, so that's what they're a part of. International Longshoremen Association is what the dock workers are. Okay. All right, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so, okay. I didn't know that through progress report. All right, I just have one precept here because, I don't know. I mean, the people were saying all these different theories about what could happen. So are ships not going to be able to unload because they're not working? I don't know that much about the docks. Let me see. All right, I'll put in, what do the dock workers do? Dock workers load and unload cargo, prepare docks for incoming ships. Okay, that's what I thought. They moor or unmoor ships upon their arrival, departure, and maintain accurate records. And okay, so nothing's going to be getting unloaded from overseas. That's what they're saying. That's what it looks like they're saying. Let's play that. I'm going to read the scripture first, and then I just want to play these videos. It says, Luke 21 and 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, focus here on commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Yeah, so if the end plan is not been implemented, this is not the end. All right, this is just to, as Yahweh said in other gospels, this is the beginning of sorrows. Roughly paraphrasing. We got katasasia for commotions, instability, state of disorder, disturbance, confusion, instability. So definitely the goods not coming in can cause instability. Robberies might go up. Panics at stores are going to go up. So I believe I read earlier from Maine to Texas. So I guess they're the same contract from Maine to Texas. From Maine, they must have to be the same company that's doing it. Dock workers begin ports from Maine to Texas. Okay, so the West Coast is different. They have a different company that are bringing those that control the docks, or union that controls the docks on the West Coast. So they're not going to be affected unless East Coast East Coast starts buying stuff from the West Coast, and then their prices go up because of that, and then there's a lot more truck traffic that could happen. All right, so let's watch one video and close it out. 45,000. This is Action News. Philadelphia. I don't know why Philadelphia stuff keep coming up. It said Maine to Texas, right? So I guess Google is reading my IP address or something. Well, I got the little security thing on there, so.
Dozens of ports nationwide could shut down in the next 20 minutes if thousands of dock workers go on strike. There have been ongoing contract negotiations between the Workers' Union and the U.S. Maritime Alliance. They did exchange wage offers, but no deal has been made, and a strike could lead to higher prices and a shortage of goods. It would not impact cruise ship traffic or military cargo shipments.
Well, why would somebody think it would affect that military? I'm sure the military has a different contract. That'd be crazy if they had the same contract. Cruise ships, I don't think anybody cares about the cruise ships. But that's it. They're on strike officially. It's October 1st, and this is Philadelphia docks, right off of Columbus Boulevard. That's where you see the cranes at. I believe that's how you get access. Yeah, Christopher Columbus, that devil. All right, I'll leave that there. I mean, I don't really need to leave links in the description box. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's going to be all over the internet, all over YouTube. Dock workers hit picket lines in Philadelphia. So it's going to be the same thing for, what's it, Maine to Texas. So I'm assuming Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts, or if they have docks.
What are we gonna do? Shut it down! What are we gonna do? Shut it down! What are we gonna do?
This is overnight video of workers picketing in Boston. Their contract expired at midnight.
The 36 ports affected handle roughly half of the country's shipping cargo. Kristen Brunell live at the port of Davisville at Quonset in North Kingstown with the very latest.
Well, good morning, Kate and Patrick. It is unclear right now how this could impact cargo here at Quonset, but we do know over 45,000 workers across the country, all the way from Maine to Texas, began starting on the picket lines earlier this morning, as you saw in that video. Now, they are in strike over wages and automation, which is the use of technology to perform tasks rather than humans. Contract negotiations failed between the ports and members of the International Longshoremen's Association, even though conversations were in the works yesterday. The union initially wanted a 77% pay increase over 6 years, plus a complete ban of automation. The U.S. Maritime Alliance says it offered 50% raises and pledged to keep limits on automation. Now, this strike affects 36 ports and is the first in the union since 1977. It could impact a shortage of goods, including everything from bananas to European beer, wine, furniture, clothing, household goods, and European autos, plus parts needed to keep U.S. factories operating and American workers in those plants on the job. It could also stop U.S. exports now flowing through those ports, which hurts sales for American companies.